track guide for Atlanta in the 87 Legends car. This will be for the final race of the season for the Scars League. Official runs here at some point in time. It may be the same week, actually. Obviously, this isn't the Atlanta they ran back in the day, but nonetheless. And they're currently working on a repave. I think if they do a repave, they get it into iRacing. This will probably still be the version that we run. Setup for this is going to be Atlanta Quad Oval. I haven't run a single lap yet in this session, but I'm going to do 10 laps, check tires, do a slower breakdown lap.
Speed limit is 50 miles per hour.
This track provides some of the best racing on the service currently. There are multiple grooves, at least in the other cars. I'm sure the 87s are the same. You can kind of run multi-groove. I think the bottom's probably the preferred line the majority of the time. I'm gonna kind of start out by using when the safer barrier starts on the wall for turn 3. I don't know. I'll adjust it if necessary for my lifting and braking point. Probably where this black banner is on the wall. Where it ends will be where I do the same for turn 1. Ooh. A little bit loose there at the bottom. Yeah, I think those are probably pretty good reference points. You might be able to adjust it a little bit. Drive in a little bit deeper if you want to, but it may burn your tires up and not get you as good of a run off. Probably holding 20-30% brake there just for initial turn in. 50% on the throttle before I pick it back up to full throttle. This track tends to wear tires out pretty heavily. It's because of the old surface. So I'll be interested to see what that looks like at the end of this 10 laps. I'll probably try running a couple different grooves here.
That puts
try running high.
Slower than your best.
Not sure this is going to be any faster, but it can be viable. Allows you to kind of pick the throttle up a little bit sooner, carry more momentum off the turn. Ran a pretty similar lap time to the lap before, so it's pretty close. Try run low again. I think I ran a 578 the lap before last, a 589 last lap. Let's see what this one ends up being.
You're currently
395.
Off your best.
So a little bit faster. I feel setup feels pretty good. Down low here, it does feel like it's maybe a little bit loose. It wants to kind of come around a little bit. So you're going to have to be patient with the throttle there. Your steering inputs.
You're currently 0.3.
Try high again. Close. Just running the high line. Easy to get it up into the wall. Trying to run too high.
That puts you.
Oh, that was pretty slow.
Off your best.
Yeah, it tried to snap out on me there. would say of all the...
You're now 0.4 off your best.
tracks that I've done these guides for thus far, this one's probably the loosest feeling.
You're now 0.6 off your best.
I know some people watching this may be like, me just jumping in this thing cold turkey, how do I know where to lift and brake and stuff? And really I just pick like an obvious marker that I think I can replicate on the wall, and I pick that from the onset, and then as I make laps, if I think it's too early or too late, I'll adjust accordingly. But
That puts you 0.6 off
you
your
wanna
best.
pick out easy to see stuff, because I mean you never know if you're gonna have a car to your inside or outside that may obstruct your view. And as you run more laps, you get more comfortable doing that. Let's see, this is gonna be my final lap. I'll look at tire wear after this, and then I'll break down a slow lap, or slow down a lap and look at it.
You're currently 0.7 slower than your best.
No clue what tire wear is going to look like here. I'm going to assume it burns the right rear up more. But pretty, that is pretty even. Left side's pretty even and right side's pretty even. Cockpit here. I'll look at this. It's not the fastest lap, but let's look at one that's a few laps in. So this Cup Series banner on the wall is the one I was referring to for turn one. So kind of at the end of that is where I was lifting and braking. So right here, you can see I'm only using 20% brake maybe. And then I'm rolling out of it, letting the car really roll the center, using the throttle to help it rotate some. And then exiting out to the wall. And then turn 3 and 4 here where the safer barrier starts. That was just when I first pulled out on that first lap. That was the obvious thing that stood out because of the color difference between the concrete and the safer barrier. So same deal, probably like 20-30% brake. Only a little bit to help the car turn in, and using the throttle to... And I could have probably stuck to the bottom a little bit better there. But these videos are all about just trying to help you get in some laps cleanly. So if you got questions, let me know.